Hello everyone, class 7 students. These are your NCERT solutions of chapter number 12, reproduction in plants. In question number 1, fill in the blanks. A part is production of new individuals from the vegetative parts. Vegetative parts means leaves, stems, roots of parent is called vegetative propagation. Now B part is a flower may have either male or female reproductive parts, such as flower is called अगर एक है either यानी या मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट्स प्रेजेंट हैं फ्लावर में या फिर फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट प्रेजेंट है, दोनों में से एक प्रेजेंट होगा अगर एक फ्लावर में, तो दैट फ्लावर इज नोन एज यूनिसेक्सुअल. सी पार्ट इज द ट्रांसफर ऑफ pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same or of another flower of the same kind is known as pollination. Means जो pollen grains हैं उनका ट्रांसफ़र जहाँ वो प्रेजेंट होते हैं एंथर से फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट पिस्टिल के स्टिग्मा वाले पार्ट पे ऑफ द सेम या फिर डिफरेंट फ्लावर्स में, दैट इज़ नोन एज pollination. ओके. D part is the fusion of male and female gametes is termed as fertilization. Okay. This process of fusing male with female gamete is known as what? Fertilization. E part is seed dispersal takes place by means of wind, water and animals. What is seed dispersal? Displacement of seeds from one place to other. So it take place by means of what? Wind, water and animals. Now in question number 2, you have to describe the different methods of asexual reproduction. Give examples. So what are the different methods of asexual reproduction? Number 1, vegetative propagation. In this method, the new plants are produced from roots, stems, leaves and buds without using seeds. Example, rose by stem cutting, potatoes, ginger, turmeric, they have eyes on them which grow into a new plant. Second one is budding. The small bulb-like projections coming out grows and get detached from the parent cell and forms a new. It means, what is the process of budding here? The small like projections which are known as buds, they come out and grows. When they matures, they get detached from the parent cell and forms a new plant. Okay. In this case, there is example of yeast. Best example, small buds, they grow and they mature and they detach from the parent body and give rise to the new yeast cells. Okay. Third one is fragmentation. Fragmentation is a process in which the parent body of the plant that breaks into various fragments. Okay. And each fragment is capable to grow into a new individual. For example, you have seen alga growing so fastly by the process of fragmentation. Fourth one is spore formation. Now the asexual reproductive bodies are spores. Here a spore germinates and develops into a new individual. You can see this type of asexual reproduction in plants like moss and ferns. Next, question number 3. Explain what you understand by sexual reproduction. So what is sexual reproduction? Simply it is the fusion of male gamete and female gamete. They fuse to form a new individual, and this process is also known as fertilization. This is also known as sexual reproduction. Here two parents are involved. Okay. This is different from asexual reproduction where only one parent is involved there. Question number 4. State the main difference between asexual and sexual reproduction. Main difference between asexual and sexual reproduction is, students, that only one parent is involved in asexual reproduction and the daughter cells which are produced, they are identical, similar with the parent cell. In sexual reproductions, two parents are involved. One is male, other is female, and variations are shown by newly formed offsprings. There are so many variations in sexual reproduction. Question 5. Sketch the reproductive parts of a flower. There are two reproductive parts in a flower. One is stamen, that is male reproductive part, and other is pistil or carpel, female reproductive part. In stamen, the anther part is there, filament is there. Anther consists of pollen grains in which male reproductive cells are present, male germ cells are present. Now in female reproductive part, pistil, the pistil is divided into different parts. Topmost part is known as stigma, then middle part is known as style, and the swollen part at the bottom is known as ovary, which consists of ovules, and each ovule consists of one egg cell, means female germ cell. Okay. Next question is question number 6. Explain the difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination. Now what is self-pollination? Suppose there is same flower where both the sexes are present, male germ cell as well as female germ cells, means stamen and pistil are there in the same flower. If the pollination occurs in the same flower, that is known as self-pollination. Now what is cross-pollination? When the pollen of flowers, they lands on the stigma of another flower, means two flowers are involved here. They may be of the same plant or maybe of different plant. Okay, so this type of pollination, transfer of pollens from anther to stigma in two different flowers or the two flowers of the same plant, it is known as cross pollination. In question number 7, how does the process of fertilization takes place in flowers? Now you have to tell the process of fertilization in flowers. Now we know the male gametes, they are present in the pollen grains, and pollen grains are present in the anther, and these pollen grains fuses with the female gametes present in ovules to form a zygote. It means male germ cells which are present in the anther, they fuses with female gametes present in the ovaries, and they form a zygote. The zygote develops into an embryo. This is known as fertilization, and your ovary is going to change into a fruit and ovules changes into seeds. Question number 8. Describe the various ways by which seeds are dispersed. Now you have to tell the different method, the different ways in which the seeds are dispersed, means they are transferred from one place to another. Now first method is by wind. So in this type of method, the light seeds means they have very less weight, like winged seeds. For example, drumstick and maple and cotton seeds, they are dispersed with the help of wind from one place to another. Second one is by water. Now here coconut is the example, best example. Coconut floats in the form of sponge or fibrous outer coat is dispersed by water from one place to another. Now third one is by animals. Some seeds are spiny with hooks which get attached to the bodies of animals and are carried to distant places, for example xanthium and urina. The spiny hooks of the seeds, they get attached with the bodies of animals. In this way, animals play a very important role in the dispersal of seeds. Now fourth part is by bursting of fruits. Now some plants, they grow, they mature, they dry up and they burst with sudden jerks. The seeds are scattered far from the parent plant to cause the dispersal of seeds. For example, castor and balsam. In question number 9, match the items in column 1 with those in column 2. These are the answers. Bud means, in case of yeast we are talking. Eyes, potato. Fragmentation, it happens in Spirogyra. Wings, maple is the example. Then spores, they are in bread mold. Okay. Now question number 10, you have to tick the correct answer. Answers are highlighted. A part, the reproductive part of plant is the flower. Okay, remember this. B part, the process of fusion of the male and the female gametes is called fertilization. Now, in C part, mature ovary forms the fruit. Okay, and ovules, they form seeds. Now, in D part, a spore producing plant is called bread mold. F part, bryophyllum can reproduce by its leaves. Next one is, no, this is your last question. These are your NCERT solutions. Thank you.